Okay. Open up stream. Go. Perfect. Wrong thing. Nice, nice. Let us open the house flipper. House flipper. I just picked up my Sprite and then almost drank it the wrong way because it's one of the cans. I would have been so sad. It would have spilled all over my clothes and my chair. But I'm smart, so I figured it out. Okay. Do we think Majora's Mask music would get... We definitely think it would get copyrighted, right? I mean, there's one way to find out. There's one way to find out. If this entire VOD gets muted, my apologies. Okay. Let's see. Do we think this one has... We're gonna see if this gets muted. No better time to test it out like the present. Okay. Oh no, the things are flickering again. No, 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 no. Don't do this to me, game. If you tell me, I swear to frick, if you try and tell me to turn down the graphics again, I'm gonna flip. Okay. Okay, where are we at? Which house is it? No, those are the ones I've sold. Obviously, it's the Triforce-shaped house. Okay. What's the buttons again? Okay. No, no, do not sell the frickin'... Do not sell the door. Don't do it. Okay. Oh, dirt. Not in my house. Wait. Okay, what the frick is this? What is that? Huh? There's an 80% chance this entire thing gets muted. But I truly think that would be kind of funny. Okay. Let's see. Right, what do we need? Let's see. I mean, obviously we can't make it that big. What colors does it have, though? It has, like, yellow around it, and then blue. So if we can do, like, a yellow, like, circle around the clock with a little bit of blue and then more yellow. Oh my gosh, shut up, Majora. Majora, please. Hey Tub, how are you? We are working on Majora's Mask House. Therefore, we are listening to Majora's Mask soundtrack and also testing if it will or will not get the entire thing muted, because an entire muted VOD would actually be kind of funny. I'd be down for that. It would be worth it for the scenery. Pretty tired. We're not going to go too long tonight. I want to finish this half of the house, which means making the moon and decorating. Not really. Actually feel worse today. Did test positive for flu, so that's fun. But at least it's not COVID. It could be COVID, so it's better that it's not. And it's definitely a mild case. I did recently get my vaccine, so I think that's definitely helped with it. But we'll hopefully be up and at him by the weekend. And if I'm not up and at him by the weekend, hopefully I figured out how to animate Anson by then so that he's the VTuber. I will get that figured out at some point. Could you sneeze and share it? I don't really want to work tomorrow. That incubation period would be crazy. If I sneezed right now and you got it, and then you caught it before tomorrow, damn, that incubation period would be like 10 minutes in order for you to have symptoms by then. Placebo effect? Ah, true. Sorry, I had a streamer I was watching sneezed on me, and I got sick. Wait, what? You heard me. Yep, I'm calling out sick because a streamer sneezed on me. Like in real life? No, through the stream. Makes sense to me. Okay, so we need... I'm gonna use the mouse for this. Okay, we need yellow paint. I forgot I made the thing a bit bigger. There we go. Oh, we'll cover the moon for right now. We're not currently doing the moon. Do you have a question? Yeah, go for it, Tub. What you got? Anson is here and ready to listen. I'm going to be completely frank with you. I don't know the difference. I know one of the versions of Persona 3 has it so that you can have a female main character. And I've heard that that one's a bit meh. But in general, I don't know the differences between the versions. Let me actually look this up for you right now. P3... P versus P3 Reload. P3 Reload is far closer. Weakest game visually. Oh, P3P doesn't have the animated cutscenes. No, you need those. You need the cutscenes. It's most similar to P5, P3 Reload. It's like a novel version of the game if you get the P3P, apparently. Ew, what's next? No music? So true. They did remake the music for the new, for the game version of the game I played. So that was cool. Granted, I never listened to the original ones, but, you know, it's always mixed messages on those. Like, I like some of Xenoblade Chronicles 1's original music better than I like their definitive edition music. Then there's always the songs that they didn't change at all because they were just perfect to begin with. Persona concert. Apparently there is one. There's going to be the first one in America, I believe. First Persona concert. I think I saw it on Twitter. Yeah, yeah, Hollywood, California, January 24th, 2026. I know. I am. They better take a recording of it because I want to watch that. Like, I want to watch that. Like, if you ever saw the Game Awards, I think it was like 2017 when they had Persona 3 Reload, not Persona 3, they had P5 Royal. Like, oh my gosh, they popped off. It was so good. It was so good. Like, they had the violin girl was just, she was going off. And then when Xenoblade Chronicles 3 was in the Game Awards, the flute guy, he was the best part of it. I mean, the music was awesome. They didn't win anything, but like, flute guy was popping off. He was switching between flutes. He was over here just vibing. Have you seen the Japanese concert Persona? I have not. Have you? Okay, which yellows are we looking for? That's close enough. Okay. Okay, let's go. Wait, can I paint behind it? Oh, I can paint behind it! Wait, that's huge! That's huge! Rivers in the Desert. I did see the Rivers in the Desert, but it wasn't the Japanese version. I saw the Game Awards version of Rivers in the Desert, which was really freaking good. That was the one that had the violin popping off. Big thumbs. So that song is crazy. I'm gonna have to look that up. I'll look that up after stream. That sounds really cool. Okay, what do I need to do? Oh, I need blue. Blue. That blue? Change with the song. Oh, that's so cool. That's really cool. Okay, yeah, that works. Alright. Stay. Stay, stay, stay. Okay, thank you. We need to have red stickers. Do they have stickers? Wait, that'll make this so much easier if they had stickers. Or just numbers? Can I just make a really big clock? Perhaps? Maybe? Let's see. Let's see. They got stickers. Sticker. That's not how you spell sticker. Oh, this one's definitely getting muted. Prepare for this segment to not have sound. It's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. There's ice cream. Can I attach ice cream to the wall? No. Okay. Okay, well, this one looks like it'll be sticky, right? No. V. Change rotation. Oh, this is the fairy fountain music. Yeah, yeah. There you go. I'm curious to see how much this does get muted, though. Let's see. You'll come and be like, well, I couldn't tell what was happening last stream because I couldn't hear anything. It's like, well, you had to be there. You gotta read the lips. Except there are no lips because it's an ant. But that sounds like a personal problem. Spoon! Oh, I can't rotate it. subtitles. Are there subtitles on here? YouTube obviously has them. I don't think Twitch has them. Okay. Okay, well that won't work. Numbers. Bruh. Do you fudgers have any other numbers? Not very inclusive Twitch. Ooh, yes! Da-da, da-da-da. Do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do-do. How big are you? Yeah, that's pretty big. I have not. I've done like a Halloween, like dressed up as him before. I have not done a cosplay for Link. Next year, though, I'm dressing up as Mio. I'm gonna do my best, and I'm actually gonna try. I actually want to do a Mio outfit for Halloween next year. Mio from Xenoblade Chronicles 3. One sec. That's not it. Here we go. Not that one. Here we go. Okay. And is Mia work doing nothing? It's day one theme of Majora's Mask. It's when everything's happy and go lucky. With shoes. Here we go. Mia! Just need a white tank top, a white skirt, which I don't frickin' have. Frankly, you guys ain't gonna see any shoes. I don't need shoes. You guys can live without shoes. And what, some paper plates to cut out? Yes, but a tasteful anime waifu. A tasteful one. With normal proportions. As opposed to some others. Not calling anyone out. Where's the ones I'm trying to call out? Okay, fair enough. I just mostly mean well proportioned. Don't watch a lot of anime. That's valid. Xenoblade 2 is the one that goes like Xenoblade 3 is the one that has like normal proportions. Like, you know, there's a couple people with big boobs, but like nothing like outrageous. Meanwhile, the two main characters in frickin' Xenoblade 2. I'm gonna regret this. You know, with the creepy music, that makes sense. That just makes sense. The horror. Saved my computer. The horror. There we go. Ridiculous! Tasteful. Not tasteful. What are these proportions? What the frick? No. That's not too bad. That's fair. It would be okay. I mean, I've also seen worse. I've also seen worse. But then you go into the fact that the male protagonist is a horny teenage boy who consistently stares at said giant boobs. And it just makes him a not likable protagonist. Like, if you just have him there, whatever, it's fine, like... No, the second game highly leans into the teenage male demographic. So yeah, Mio's like the main lady of 3. Let me pull up Fiora, who is like the best 1-in-1. Scared to play 2? You don't have to be scared to play it. The story overall is okay. I just don't like the protagonist. I never actually played 2. I just watched the cutscenes. I played 1 and I played 3. You do need to know like some of the basics of 2 in order to play 3, but it is not 100% necessary. Yeah, it's not. Man, that music just changed real quick. Why? Who the frick are you? Let's see. Where's Shulk's friend? Because 1 and 3 are they just don't focus on that. They do some of that humor, I mean, of course, but not like really. Not the main one. Exactly. And yeah, there's definitely some side characters that are like that. But like, that's okay. They're freaking side characters for a reason. And then 3, you have like 2 main protagonists, and then like 6 main party members. It's like, granted, how many party members are there in 1 actually? XC1 party members. I'm not going to say the names, but how many? 1. What the frick? She's a party member? Since when? To see that maid service in P5? Yes. Okay, there's 6 main party members in 1. And I think there's a bunch of recruitable ones in 2. Funny humor, but not over the top, yes. Like, 3 even has, I kid you not. Whereas 2 has, like, you know, the stupid, like, staring at boobs thing, the very leaning into that anime trope. 3 actually just has a bath scene where they're all just chilling in the bath after they all went to war, and they're all just chilling. Like, no jokes or anything. They're just like, yep, what's up? And it's like, damn, I didn't even know you could do that. I didn't know that was allowed. Yeah, they're like, look, we just survived battle. Frick it if you see some boobs. Like, screw it. Like, I'm tired of going to bed. This is not my priority. No, it is not the same main character. There are 3 different characters. I can tell you, Shulk, who is the main protagonist in 1. You have Rex, who is the horny kid in 2. And you have Noah, who is also kind of, and I guess as a secondary protagonist, Mio in 3. They really are like dual protagonists in 3. But Noah is the main one. And Shulk and Noah are probably my 2 favorite protagonists in any gaming series. No, get rid of that. We get that off the screen. No, remove. town in the corner of the screen. Because we're making Clock Tower. Right now we're showing this is Fiora from Xenoblade 1. See? Normal proportions. I just can't with 2. I just can't. I was showing what my costume's gonna be next year for Halloween. And Tub said it looked like an anime waifu, and I said yes, but a tasteful anime waifu. With normal proportions. We're also listening to Majora's Mask music, so we're also going to see how much of this gets muted. Okay. Talking about... Tub is all about waifus. Well, the only other part about it is that if they were really, one of them's their own character, like, you know, but the other one, like in 2, is just, she is literally the typical waifu. Like, how can I serve you? What can I do for you? Oh, do you need me to make you dinner type deal? And I'm like, no, 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 I can't. This kid's effing 10. And you're like a 1,000-year-old, whatever the frick you are. Get the frick out with your unrealistic proportions and this horny-ass teen. Makoto waifu, so true. Makoto's awesome. Makoto is great. Also, just so you know, the main character in 3 is named Makoto. And Makoto from P5's VA does show up in P3. Not as like a main character, but as like a side character. But it's really funny. Okay, so we don't even need that. We just need like 1s then, right? V's? Do we have... Are there letters? Can I get letters? You wait to hear it? Yeah, you'll recognize it. How are you doing, Zod? Wait, we actually might be able to make this work. Okay, what color is Clocktown? Now I can get rid of the Fiora stuff. Let's see. Yeah, no, there was recently an elimination competition on Reddit over on the Xenoblade Reddit over who was the best character throughout all 3 series. And I'm gonna be completely honest. The Xenoblade Chronicles 2 waifus got out with like 7 people left. I was shocked. I was shocked that they were able to get eliminated. Rex was out like 9th. Rex was like the 9th to last to get out. He was 9th to last. He didn't even make the top 5. He's the only protagonist that didn't even. No, number 1 ended up being Naya. Number 2 was Mio, which is the one I showed you. Number 3 was Noah, actually, from 3, and then number 4 was Shulk. And I was like, yes! Okay, what are we looking for here? I've gotta focus. So it is yellow, so maybe we do yellow? No, we have yellow background. We get brown. We're doing 3D printer stuff? 3D printing the waifus again? Sag. I can't say that with a straight face. I can't. Okay, let's see. Looking for a V. There we go. What the frick? No, give me back the V. What the frick? Why do you keep switching to A? We need the 0.02 nozzle first? Oh, okay, okay. Is that a bigger nozzle or a smaller nozzle? I don't know much about 3D printing. Or waifus, I guess. You guys are probably more experienced in that. My ones I know are from two. That's a small. That's a normally proportioned waifu. Thank you, Tub. I can't. Okay, let's see. Oh, I did find the tags for where I bought my bras from, and their slogan is literally "It's the small things in life," and those are the tags I want to get framed. And then someone can be like, "Oh, where'd you get these tags from?" And I'll be like, "Bras." I'll be like, wait, what? It might be mini for Tub. I'm sure you'd appreciate. I told my ex that, and he's like, but do we really have to have it hanging on the wall? And I'm like, you have no sense of humor. This is ridiculous. That is hilarious. I think I've collected like 4 so far. A wet blanket, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so wait, does it go all the way? Yeah, it should probably go all the way out, right? We need to make this round somehow. How? Frick. I need to put the mini on my desk. The X. I said they didn't appreciate the me saying I was gonna put my bra tags in a picture frame and hang them on the wall, so when people would ask what the quote's from, I would say, buying bras. Okay, I probably need more. Copy style. I agree. It's the little things. Not only because that's the quote there, but like, it's the little things in life. You gotta find humor in the small things, or otherwise, like, what have you been doing? That looks kinda round. Okay, so if I get the letter... If you can't, well, the only option is to drink. True. It looks like it would just be a bunch of eyes. That's the only option. Yep, that's the only option. There's no other options. Duplicate. Except not actually duplicate. Duplicate, but get it to open up in store. And then get eyes. One. No. Oh my gosh. Stay the correct. Oh my gosh. Do you frickin' mind? It really wants to be an A. It really wants to be an A. I mean, exercise, violence. There's a lot of options. Stamp collection, so true. Okay. The violence, you say? Okay, no, we'll move it out. Not my thing. Yeah. I've gotten myself out of the habit of kicking people into in the shins, which used to be my go-to. I still tackle my friends when I see them, though. It's just too freaking funny to have like a tiny little missile coming at you and jumping on you. Like, I don't know. I've done it since I was like 10. Like, that ain't gonna change, and it's not like any of my friends are gonna get knocked over by my size. But having to make them take a step back, that makes me feel powerful. Now, of course, if they have like back issues or something, I wouldn't. Look out, she got hands. No, I got feet. No, I got myself out of that habit after high school. Then I learned Hapkido, so now I know how to actually hit somebody, even though I don't. But I can, and that's the important part. Which sentence? I mean, knowing how to defend yourself can be kind of important, especially if you're like a small female. Okay. And then we get... I got these... Wait, yeah, okay, okay, when you put it that way, it sounds a bit weirder. Nah, man, not like that, not like that. What? Oh, come on, this is bull. Down in the lore books as an opening quote. No! There's no way this would work, right? No, there's not enough. Wait, maybe? Maybe? Hold? Definitely isn't my thing. Yeah, no. One thing I'd be interested in doing to other people's feet is, when probably only a significant other would be to tickle them if they were ticklish there, because that's like the main place I'm ticklish. So, you know, like wanting to win an argument, you know, go for the feet for a tickle fight. That type of deal. Okay. Artists tend to have the worst feet. Do they? One of my friends is like a blue belt. Oh, super dirty? Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah, because you typically do the martial arts without socks and shoes, yeah. I don't know, I'll have to ask the DM for a feet pic during Friday's D&D session. Oh god, that would be so funny. I need evidence! It's just not my thing. Yeah, no, that's valid. That's completely valid. Duplicate. Okay, grab. I'm so curious to see what % of this VOD gets muted. Truly. Bruh, okay, so I need to have treasure chest opening song. Ba-da-da-da! Oh, never mind. Okay, there we go. I was too early. I was off beat. I apologize. I was off beat. I really and truly need this budget to fit. Is there anything else I can do? That's bull. That is bull. Phrasing? I'm talking about a clock. You sound like that person who yelled outside the door. Does she know what that means? When I said grab my wood at my friend when we were going outside. Frick, it was just a block of wood I was carving outside. The fudger poked his head out the door and goes and asked my friend, does she know what that means? And my friend's just shaking his head in disappointment. Get your heads out of the gutter. I'm being very literal with what is being said. What kind of clock is this? That's a stupid clock. Okay, fine. What if we sell? It is affixed in the gutter. You know, that's fair. That's fair. Your excuse has been accepted. Okay, now let's try and buy a clock. Bruh, what the frick is wrong with you now? Please? Grrr. I just want to put the clock on the wall. I'm a simple person with simple needs. Okay, there we go. Okay, how do we think? I've seen worse. Okay, duplicate. And then they're not going to let me place it there because they're fudgers. You know, I think that works. You guys think that gives off clock vibes? Giant clock vibes. All right, we're gonna start painting. No, definitely a clock. Thank you. Paint. Sometimes I forget how good Majora's Mask's music is. Oh, frick. Let me do that one. Okay, so we're gonna do. Where is? Go. That's not gonna work, is it? It's not gonna let me move it any further up. Will you let me move you any further up? No. Well, I guess you can go fudge yourself then, you freaking piece of frick. Fine. Boo! I don't like that! That's still better. That's still better than it was. Wait, I have 3 up top? Oh. Bruh. Symmetry is very important! Asymmetry is better. See, I say this as a person who never wears matching socks. It started in like middle school because I was just too lazy to match them, and then became just a statement of screw this, I'm not gonna have a matching. Like even my professional like work socks, I went and bought like multicolored wool socks to wear for like working outside, so that way I could still be on mismatching. Fighting the good fight, exactly. Okay. Yes, Zod, exactly. They have to be the same. They have to have the same feel to them. Like you can't have like an ankle sock and a long sock, or like one of the super thin socks and then like a nice comfy fluffy cotton sock. Completely agree. Okay. You know, I think that works. I think we could if we wanted to. Be like right there, and then we go here, we grab paint, go back up, and then we do. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4. Move! No. Boo. But that's pretty close. That lunch break of champions, nice. Orange yogurt and chocolate. I'm not gonna lie, I'd just stick a bunch of carrots in my bag and go to lunch. I just bring like an entire bag of mini carrots and then just be nodding on them. Me wondering why I don't gain weight. Also me just sitting down and eating a bag of carrots. Okay, so that looks good. Let's see. That's all you ate at a party? Nice. Was it a party for rabbits? Okay, so we got the yellow around. We need to have blue from 11 to 5. Not to talk to anybody, so you just ate carrots in the corner. You know, that's fair. The burnt nut squash, nice. Okay, what am I looking for? We need blue again. What the fudge is this song? Woodfall Temple. Okay. Okay, and it's supposed to go in like a straight line across, right? Yeah. Not exactly my fun. I completely feel that. I only went to like 2 parties in college. Both were parties that were from being in the trumpet section, and one of them I went to with a friend, and we get there and there's like no other trumpets there, and everyone's drinking and all this stuff, and we're like, want to go to McDonald's? Yeah, and then we left. So we were there for like 20 minutes just standing in the corner. Went, yeah, this ain't our scene. We're just gonna skedaddle. The other one was though. It was for just trumpets, and it was like a getting to know you cookie party. So like everyone made cookies, and then we played like Smash Bros. So that was fun. Okay. Awkwardly dancing and eating carrots. That's actually kind of adorable. I'm not gonna lie. Like, that's a very cute imagery. Of just someone dancing and then going like, no, 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 no. Anyway, back to dancing. Okay. But no, I feel that. That's pretty much me at any social gathering that I don't really know people. Why do you think someone should take House Flipper away from me? What am I doing wrong? Is this not flipping the house? What is your critique, Job? I'm so tired of that. Valid. Completely. Yeah, that's totally valid. Okay, so it looks like we need dark blue as well. What is wrong with my House Flipper? You're always doing something unhinged. We haven't even started on the moon yet. We haven't even started on the moon. This is just for the tower. I'm proud of it. And which color blue are we looking for? Nope, I just moved that. That's not what I meant to move. Like a dark cyan blue? Okay. Are you talking about the Angry Moon? Yes. If you mean 2 Angry Moon, I have no idea what you're talking about. But the Angry Moon, yes. Okay. He is currently hiding behind the clock tower. You're telling me, Job, that you wouldn't want to buy this house? With the big old eyes. Yeah, the nice funny looking dude who's definitely not creepy or scary. Someone needs to take House Flipper away from me. Yeah, we're gonna sell this to the highest bidder. And I'm sure they will love it. Careful how you answer, Job Job. Okay, fine. If Job Job bought this house, I would probably not throw him in the murder house. He's a loyal viewer. I don't particularly think that he needs to be dismissed from society and put into the murder house. We really truly only want the people, the unhinged people, to purchase these houses. It's like we don't want them on the streets. Like, if you want an all glass house, like I'm sorry, there's something wrong there. Which I guess maybe means that maybe I shouldn't. I also own an unhinged house, but again, my character's fine. We're not committing Sudoku. Okay, so it's just like right on the edges. Okay. Oh, I know this one. Okay. Replicate the clock tower had a bunch of moving parts. Oh yeah, we're just putting a clock on the outside. And then we're gonna put the moon hanging right here. Yeah, no, it's not an exact. No, this game does not do moving parts. We're just replicating it to the best of our ability. Which is pretty much solely visually. But then that still leaves another half the house that I have no idea what I'm going to do with. Because clearly Moon's going to go down here. What if Fritz is even in here? It's a bedroom. What bed does he sleep in Majora's Mask? Now we definitely do something with this. Do they have lily pads? Maybe I'm looking in the wrong spot. Yeah, anyway, no, get back to tower. Back to tower. Focus. Okay, so it's... directly across. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. No, this is the dog race. No, it's a horse race. So close. Okay, Paint! Paint, Fudger, paint! There we go. I think that looks pretty good. When you play as the warriors in Breath of the Wild, you mean the new one that's coming out? Or are you talking about the Hyrule Warriors game? I did play that. The kind of spin-off mass murder game. I did play that one. I thought it was cute. I thought it was fun. I was a bit irked that they really advertised it as being canon, and then threw some time travel shenanigans in there that were absolutely not canon. So that did irk me a bit and took some of my enjoyment out of it, but like the animations and the playstyle was a lot of fun. But it's not like a mainline Zelda game. But it was pretty cool. And there's a new one coming out that has to do with playing with the Tears of the Kingdom characters, I think on Friday. If I'm not mistaken, it's either tomorrow or Friday. I think that is a great looking clock tower. Okay, time for the moon. Let's do this. Watching. Okay, I think the most difficult thing we gotta do is we gotta make a moon shape. Which, like, no duh, that's the most difficult thing, but that's what we gotta do. Waifu moon, come back, give the moon boobs. Oh god. Okay. Okay, that would be a 5 by 5. Well, 5, 6, 7. The longest we can make it is 8, which means that we probably need to be a bit smaller. So we probably need to do like a 4. But I guess we can do a 4 by 4 and have it go in the opposite direction. The center doesn't have to be right there. Fish lady, right? No, it's canon that the fish lady is in love with Link. Link's own romantic feelings are never really defined, even though my headcanon is that him and Zelda, he's had a crush on Zelda at least since after the events of the first game. But no, Mipha had it bad for him, and they were absolutely really good friends, but it's never really shown that he reciprocates that. Granted, it's never really shown that he reciprocates the one from Zelda, but it's more so implied based on the fact that, at least in like the Japanese version, they shared the house that they were living in. Oh no, Mipha's adorable. No, Mipha's great. And Sidon, oh gosh, everyone always had the hots for the fish. Frick. Okay. Here, she is a great character. Did you ever play Tears of the Kingdom, Tub? Okay, on the stairs. Not yet? That's fair. I enjoy the story in Tears of the Kingdom a lot more than I did of Breath of the Wild. Even if it is a bit more disjointed and insane. I found it a bit more, just more intriguing than Breath of the Wild, which was solely, you know, based on the 12 memories you got, which... Want to, but Xenoblade is first on your list? Perfect. I can't argue with that. Can't argue with that. You gotta keep me updated. Yeah, you gotta keep me updated when you start that. Okay, let's see. No, there, no, yeah, me. Okay, maybe I need to go above. Let me in! How she struggled. I also love that. My favorite scene was the piano in the background going as the rain's coming down and her sobbing, you know, him holding her and, you know, all that. That was my favorite memory in there. Like, it's a memory that absolutely sucked, but, like, I found it difficult to get emotionally invested in their troubles, but that one was, like, really good. It was also my favorite memory song. Okay, well, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna freaking work. Okay, let's see. Three there? What? Oh, frick me. There you go. I was also kind of giving up, yeah. Completely agree. Very relatable, yeah. I totally see that. And like I said, it's not like Breath of the Wild's one was bad. It's just that it's been 100 years. There's not much of a sense of urgency, is my problem with the story. Like, it doesn't feel like you need to hurry up and get somewhere, because it's been 100 freaking years. You can hold out while I find the last 500 Koroks. With that being said, it did give you a sense of, holy frick, you've been gone 100 years, look how much things have changed, look at this brand new world you haven't been a part of. And, like, sense of, like, exploration, of course, was huge. Which is, of course, lacking in Tears of the Kingdom due to the fact that it's technically the same world for the most part. But that's just, you know, reusing the same basic map. Like, that's just kind of how it is. But it did give you more of a sense of urgency with how the story goes, which, of course, I'm not going to say because you haven't played it yet. But I did feel more of a sense of urgency to actually complete the game in Tears of the Kingdom. Okay. And hands down, Tears of the Kingdom has the better final boss. It's not even debatable. It is not even, like, up for debate who had the better boss. Breath of the Wild was just so bad. The way you thought of it was Zelda's been fighting for 100 years, I need to go now. Those are definitely two very different mindsets. Those are definitely two very different mindsets. Okay. I'm coming, princess. Look, I rescued her. I just still need to go back and find all 400, like, I've had like 600 Koroks. I need to find 300 more. At some point, I'll be doing that on stream. I just have to find the will to do it and to go into Conspiracy Charlie mode with the whiteboard trying to figure out what the last Korok is. Because, like, you know I'm going to do a map and then I'm going to miss one or going to accidentally check one that I haven't done. True. Her voice acting, especially in those later memories, were really good. Oh, I'm not sure if I mentioned to you, the voice acting in Xenoblade is amazing. 1 and 3 have amazing voice acting. Adam Howden, oh my gosh. And, frick, who's the voice for Noah? I watched him stream Xenoblade 3. How's the gameplay? One sec. Let me get the name. Define out Harry McIntyre. Define outdated. I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. Tedious. I wouldn't think so. If anything, it was my first intro into a game where I actually had to strategize in order to fight. Like, there's things like spikes and then, like, knockdowns. Let's just say there's a beginning opening fight where you have to do something that's very basic once you get the handle of it. But I spent 45 minutes trying to do it in the boss fight and kept not even dying because it wouldn't even let me die. And then I told my friend that, and they were like, you can't just brute force it. I mean, you can for the most part, because I did, but there was like a couple of like, you know, like, have someone hit him with the break, and then someone hit him with the topple, and then someone hit him with the dizzy in order to like get more damage. There's a few times where like it's required of you, and for the most part, you can pretty much brute force it. But knowing some of those basic ones do help. With that being said, they added a thing in the definitive edition where it'll basically say, hey, this is the one you're supposed to press, which is hella helpful. I didn't have that when I played it on the Wii U. So like if someone's in an ideal position, it's like Persona style combat. Kind of, but it's not. It's turn-based, but the other dude's still attacking. It's not freeze time turn-based. If you want to play, if you can also let the computer take control of everyone else if you want, and kind of play it that way, or you can, yeah, let me actually, you know what, screw this, let me, Xenoblade 1 gameplay. Let me make sure there's no spoiler in this real quick. Let me. Not you.
Just one more left.
Okay, now this is really outdated, but it's. Oh wait, never mind. You don't switch between people. That's only in a chain attack.
Let's keep on going like this, guys.
That's only in a chain attack. In your normal attack, you only play as Shulk. Watching YouTube videos together. Tub was asking about Xenoblade 1 playstyle. Yeah, I got them mixed up. Unlike Persona, you don't choose everyone's individual actions unless it's like a chain attack. If it's a chain attack, you then can choose them individually. Did you hear waifu there? Oh, frick. Did you hear frickin'... Oh, frick. You heard... Ah, frick. No. Okay, maybe. Charla. Yeah, I think that one was Charla. Okay, what was the game I just clicked on? No, actually, who was in it? Yep, it was Charla. It was Charla. Yep. The man has a beautiful voice. True. Oh gosh, just wait till you meet some of them. Back on the waifus. Well, no, I was just showing. I was trying to remind myself what the gameplay was like, so I could describe it to Tub better. And he heard a voice and was like, "Waifu?" I'm like, well, I guess technically, if we consider all females waifu, then yes. Okay. About like that. And then one more like that. Alright, now we climb to the top. Okay. My only kryptonite waifus. Is that? Hey, that's pretty good. I mean, it is just a square, but it's a good square. I guess technically we could. Yeah. I don't like it with that on top. That would be a close second. Oh frick. Oh frick. We can make friends. I mean, Zod said he would print you out a 3D print waifu from his work printer, so like I feel like that automatically makes you friends. You don't do that for someone who's not a friend. Okay. Yeet. We did this with the bro. Eek. Okay, good. We're gonna see if we like it more with having like a little bit of depth, or if we like it more with just it being a square. Let's see. Should I get rid of the corners? Okay. We never understood why the moon was angry. I mean, to be clear, I don't think it's ever really explained why the moon is angry. I don't think that's ever actually explained. Okay. Alright, we're gonna do this. Already broke that. Build. Just really loves his job. Your job, smush the people of Clocktown. On it, boss. Oh. Okay, I think that's looking better. I do need to get to the other side of the stairs, though. Not high enough. We lost if you guys actually lost. That is my exact... That is why I was actually really looking forward to the Hyrule Warriors explanation of that, because I was really looking forward to us actually freaking losing. but that's when they did time travel shenanigans to make it so it didn't happen. And that's honestly was my biggest gripe with, like, this is canon. And my friend just didn't understand why I was, like, slightly irked about that. Just got out of hand quickly? You mean... It's like, yeah, but yeah, but of course they changed the game. They couldn't have them lose. It's like, but they had advertised it as them losing. Like, I wanted to see the heartbreak. Give me the drama. Okay. Favorite characters dying? Exactly! To make us get more emotionally attached in a couple of cutscenes, and then rip them all away when we know it's coming. Of who, Link? Oh, we got on... Looked up what we could print for... What the frick is Yegi? What's Yegi? I've never heard of Yegi. Oh, yeah, that's what you were saying got out of hand, not this conversation. What the hell? Dang, it needs to go to the dentist. Needs to go to the dentist. Don't worry, he'll brush his teeth in a minute. It's fine. It just needs a little dental hygiene. Now, what do we think? Do we think that looks like a good moon? I think it needs to be moon colored for it to really get the point across. What the frick color would moon be? I mean, obviously we're gonna need to have, wait! Now you're looking at masks. Okay, that's much better. Take a drink every time Link says hiya or shia, which is how he sounds in Skyward Sword. It sounds like he's saying he's cursing every time he does his like maneuvers, and it's great. I'd be dead. Okay. Rock. None. No. Your fish wife doesn't die. She lives on in your heart. Mipha is awesome though. But she so has it bad for Link. Her brother had literally like the entire Zelda community thirsting over him. Heck, one of my friends does. Wait, oh, you mean the sexy fish dude? I'm like, bruh. That's what he's referred to as if people don't remember his name. Alright, look, I gotta, look, we already showed the waifus, we gotta show the what the frick do you call it if it's a guy? Husband dues? That sounds, you know, we're gonna pretend I didn't say that, and, one sec. Husbando sounds perfect. Okay, that works. You like my version better? Where are you at? Where's he at? Where's sexy fish dude? No. I'm trying to find one that's not fan art. I'm trying to find a photo that's not fan art. There's so much fan art. It was like when I was trying to search for the Pyramithra one, it was all just fan art. Okay, this is a good photo. Okay. Really weird sometime? Yes. Look at the abs! The abs! I also like that the camera's making him look shorter, somehow. But he's like 3 feet taller than Link. Okay. Bro is all torso. Yup. Okay, not yucking anyone's yum, but fish. Okay, what was I looking for? I got distracted by Sidon. Paint. Raw material. What should I go for? It's like a brother to me. Got distracted by Zora Prince, as one does. And my phone died. Of course it did, because I forgot that it was at 10%, and then that was like half an hour ago. Whoops! This one might actually be pretty close. That's stupid. It's not the right color, though. It's not the right freaking color. Ah! Bruh. Okay, fine. We're going with... pea gravel. Beige sandstone. Can I change the color? No. Still no. What about you? Nope. Nah, we're going paint. We gotta go paint. Gotta try. Is that his name? No, his name's Sidon. Zora is the name of the species. That is correct. Who I think might have first appeared in Majora's Mask. I think they first appeared in Majora's Mask. So very fitting. Okay, we need to get paint. Black. The only option is black. Ah. Zora were an ocarina. Oh, you're right. You're right. Jabu Jabu. I forgot he was technically a Zora. I was thinking of with the Sidon-esque. Oh wait, no, you're completely right. Because yeah, Jabu Jabu and the marriage thing. Yeah. Fish Girl is Mipha. Mipha. Ooh! Do 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 do. No! Why'd you stop? What the fudge? Why for like 2 seconds? Did you play? This is bull. Boo! Don't accidentally paint the walls. Oh, frick me. Ah! Nope. Okay. Good happy music. Good happy thoughts. No. Got it. Alright. Yeah, Mipha from Breath of the Wild. Minnie of the Fish Girl. Mipha! Mipha is adorable. She always had such a pure heart, too. Okay, more paint. I also like that her and Link were friends from like a really young age. Okay. Childhood friends to lovers, true. That is always a good trope. That is always a good trope. Oh, just so you know, in the Throne of Glass series, there is still Fae. I completely forgot about that when you mentioned it. There is still Fae. Faes do still play a part. It's just not until later in the series. But it is still a really good series, so I'll give it a chance if I were you. You asked about romance books, and then you mentioned you weren't considering A Court of Thorns and Roses because it had to do with because it had Fae in it. Yeah, from the story. But no, both series do have Fae. They don't show up until later in the Throne of Glass one. But I would still highly recommend either series. If you want something with more adventure and less sex, then go with Throne of Glass. It's much more of a slow burn, but it works. Audiobook or book is the question. That is actually a really good question. I only ever do audiobooks of books that I'm not interested in reading myself. So I don't actually have an answer to that. Like 6,000 Leagues Under the Sea. A couple of other a couple of other classics. That I'm like, yeah, I would like to read you, and then I look at it and I'm like, I don't want to read you. Wait, I know what to do. Is there a lot of cough moments? Frankly, in both first books, no. Not at all. I would say second one of A Court of Thorns and Roses is aimed at older individuals and not as much YA. So there is a decent amount more in the second and third book of that. It's been a while since I've read Throne of Glass. There's a lot less in Throne of Glass because it is aimed at younger people, but there is some. But it's still not. It's probably like 50% of what's in A Court of Thorns and Roses series. It's a lot tamer. They both have a pretty good smut to action ratio, but if you're looking for more action and less smut, you'd definitely go with Throne of Glass. Emotional relationship and physical. See, my favorite's when the emotional relationship like takes a while to build, and then you get like a physical. Then I'm like, yes! Finally! It's been 20 years! And frankly, both series, you have emotional before you have physical. So it's not like either one's like insta-love or anything like that. They both have relationships with depth. Okay. I mean, if I can't even see behind it, then no one else can see behind it. Therefore, it's fine. Except I can see behind that. Got it. My phone is still dead, so I'm just checking chat every like minute. I don't feel like getting the charger. I gotta get up. I'm gonna be honest. He looks too happy. He looks too effing happy. No one will know, but I will. True. And they're a tattletale on the person who bought the house. Okay, it needs a mouth. There's no way they just have a mouth, right? I can't. I can't. Oh yeah, there is a Mifa amiibo. I completely forgot about that. You know, it may not be perfect, and it's not as creepy as it needs to be yet, and it's gonna need more colors. But frick it, it's 12:30. I have the frickin' flu. I've been streaming for an hour and 45 minutes. We got the clock tower done. Clock tower is done, and I must say, I think it looks beautiful. And we currently have a stand-in for the creepy moon, which is Mr. Googly-Eyed Bass Moon. Rivali is a terrible dude, and I love him. Oh yeah, Rivali's awful. He's a pain in the butt. He is so full of himself. It's ridiculous. Alright, but yeah, let me save. Do you want to take a bet on how much of the stream we think gets muted because of Zelda music? I think it's about 25% of it gets muted because of it. I think we lose like 25% of it gets muted because of music. They want to print a school bus for me. Who wants to print a school bus? Wait, who wants to print a school bus? Like a life-size school bus or like a mini school bus? Because I'm gonna be honest, that seems like a... All of it I heard, Chris. Who the frick is Chris? Who's Chris? What the frick is going on? Explain! Ah! Make the moon smaller. Here we go. How am I going to do that? side on with a dang confident, like shiny white smile with like the sparkle that comes off it. Yeah. Wait, is it a coworker that wants to print you a school bus, Zod? That's what I'm confused about. You said someone wants to print you a school bus. Oh, you own an old school bus. So they want to print you like a mini one. To put in your old school bus or something. Party bus! Henson's over here looking at the moon like, Sure hope streamer comes back soon. I don't like the way he's looking at me. Print a small one for me. Okay. That's what I thought. I was just a bit confused. That's actually really cute. I mean, just act surprised. Definitely just act surprised. All right, well, this has been fun. This has been interesting. I should be back on Saturday. Hopefully I'll be feeling better and we'll be getting back into New Vegas. If not, we probably will still have a short stream on Saturday, and it'll probably just be like something like this. But yeah, we'll see. I'll let you guys know in the Discord. Thank you guys for being here. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Hope you guys have a good rest of your night, and I will see you guys again later. Watch out for the moon.